Do another quick video here. Can't seem to go to sleep, being bothered in my sleep. Is January 18th, 2020, 2:35 p.m. I want to talk about police and even off-duty police officers and whatever their authorities of whatever status they are after being certified or whatever. Being attacked, basically hazing, is the way I'll deal with it. Communally. I'm going to explain first, in Colorado Springs, there was investigations into the community and the community reacting out to me, people perjurizing situations or creating a situation that's just not proper for them to be reporting the way that they are, where it's more targeted rather than reporting a crime or anything else. And multitudes, it wasn't just like a single incident, doesn't seem correct. This is multitudes of incidences. The characteristics behind the incidences, such as them inviting friends and family, no different than police here in Columbus, Ohio have been doing. We'll write you off as a danger to the community. We all have a right, because you're a danger to the community, to protect ourselves by the special rights that we have, kind of like we are the law, and just because we are law, we have that extra right that we feel intimidated by you, so don't come by our house, don't do this. On top, they've sabotaged me. Yes, people do wrong shit. You smart off to somebody, they smart off back. In a situation of mine, the references they're trying to make as mine is not appropriate whatsoever. It is completely illegal, which some of it is, but at the same time, I've had the same thing done to me, which doesn't make it right. Or sabotage to the point they said something to me and I said something back to them in the same form. Like, bitch, you gonna get your ass beat down, don't come around here. You'll get your ass killed, and then later on manipulate it to where they're utilizing the same tone of voice and then be like, hey, dude, what are you doing around here? So I'd say the same thing where they mouthed off prior about harm and whatnot. That, bitch, I'd fucking kill you. It may not be exactly like, no, I'm going to come kill you, but they manipulate that into, hey, you're a community danger, you could, so we're enforcing this shit, pitting you on watch, doing whatever we can, whatever loopholes, power freak show we can perform at you. Liberty Apartments, Columbus, Ohio, Liberty Street, Short Street. Somebody's been in this apartment for many, many years, utilizing off-duty fucking police interaction. I've had other police officers literally make contact with me in a friendly way, saying there's a fucking problem with this goddamn person and making complaint. I'm defenseless because I don't have evidence myself of how it started and initiated the problem where they're mouthing off to me. Not only is it one cop, multitudes are starting to take effect to it. They're also utilizing communal situations and trying to basically, it's nothing but sabotaging me. So, with that being done, blue gang bitch associated shit. And they hate that wording, which means basically blue, the color of their favoritism, like Crip, gang, like Crip gang, and they just call them bitches because it's a pit down to them. It's not something they use, it's a disgrace towards them. But people utilize it to explain the feeling about the police, especially once you've been targeted like I have. Because that's exactly what they are. And they've been unreasonable. I've been through interstate stalking, all this, no proof. There was proof once. And I've had other fucking people tell me computer data shit's been deleted, missing, doesn't exist. Hey, in my belief, it was there. I was in Pennsylvania. I forget what city. I know the state. It was in Pennsylvania on the interstate. I do believe it went into an interstate or state highway patrol computer. They're supposed to be able to access that shit. Probability or a definite problem as I'm traveling, and they help me out for my own safety of interstate stalking. Suspects, not just a single person, suspects up to 10 vehicles plus being identified doing loops around the interstate, turning around, coming around, turning around, keeping a watch on me. They gave me a motel room, I do believe, or some shit like that a night. Got me out of the way. Which might have protected me, might have also been another type of sabotage situation. To where now the police, without doing good, disgracing or harm, defaming or whatnot, causing a bad situation out of a good situation, that the police involved intentionally pulled shenanigans for that, to put me in that motel, to just have force of power. Power freak show. Liberty Street and Short Street, naval people show up. I can't use my cell phone. I can't use my cameras around there, electronic devices. I'm telling you this, you don't do that. Our people will light your implant up. When I talk about the implant, it's not on paperwork. When you go to talk about it, we'll also write you out as psychologically unstable, schizophrenic. And they do utilize that a lot. A schizo, nut, candy bar, dweeb. And then sometimes where I'm here at the house, not Liberty Apartments, which is next to the 150 West Sycamore Kroger's. I'm over here off of Walnut Street and Gift Street. And shit being said and started here being repeated by the people in the apartment. We're associated. The fuck you gonna do about it, you little bitch? And they do have off-duty, almost full power as police. So how do I know you're not criminally putting fucking records in the computer again? That's false, perjurized, or whatnot, or manipulated. Mediation needs to be done, but how am I going to get the fucking mediation when you got police already involved? Who do I go to? In a sense. I'm saying all of Columbus has been corrupted. Hard to get representation, and especially against police, right? Even though I have had representation. The threat of burning their shit up. It was just said no different than... And some people take it, and I've talked at Twin Valley Mental Health Institution, and even my mom had that question towards her, because I reported her ass for reporting my ass falsely, that it was only basically a phrase. Not intentional, not harmfully meant, not that it was going to be carried out. Yeah, people say something and be like, bitch, I'd kill your fucking ass for doing that shit. You have homies, you have brothers, you have whatnot. And even some people, even in non-friendly way, but non-intentional, but to make a statement of representation, like severity, of, hey, that shit's intolerable. Motherfucker, I'd kill your fucking ass for that shit. Somebody talking shit to you, slandering, doing whatever else, which doesn't make it right, but in an inappropriate way, or like, I'd burn your fucking apartment down, you done some dumb shit like that. Just reflecting what they've done. Not with intent. And them blow it out of proportion, and that's why you probably shouldn't say shit like that. But no matter what, especially if they're fucking police, their fucking respect and dignity, integrity, should not be starting shit with some other individual. Hey, I don't like you, don't come around my area, inflame the situation, sabotage it, and then play the power control freaks, my friends, my blue gang bitch buddies, back in my ass. I'm done. Walking into 150 West Sycamore Kroger's pharmacy, I do believe it was in December, it might have been in November or December. I do believe the person doing it stood in right at the pharmacy with me. Had a situation where I utilized an app and I was trying to learn Russian language. She was speaking fluent Russian and sabotaging the situation and showing how it works. And there is signs that they can utilize on video. They communicate with even off duty, on duty. and certain representation, even physical characteristics, and her not showing a badge but doing a hand sign, looking up at the camera in the ceiling, talking to the pharmacist. Did you hear what he just said to me? Did you hear what he just said? But it was in Russian. It was converted from English to Russian. I wasn't pitting it completely to her. I can't even say completely. I didn't understand fucking, I'm learning Russian and there's a Russian sitting in front of me. Or a Russian talking American cop citizen. With that being said, trying to sabotage and that type of manipulated setup. Hey buddy, we got you profiled. Behavioral will give you a problem. You don't mouth off to me, even though we know you've been sexually assaulted. We've been a part of sexual assaults. The Division 333 West Town Street, the rape of yourself in 2009. And who's going to catch this shit? I haven't reported this because I don't feel it's going to be validated or even investigated. I can represent it for myself, but I'm in a sabotage situation of a community, a corrupt city that I have no support with. Drug addicts, crackheads, and associations, even if they ain't, participating with hazing and other such crimes as targeted individual situations, targeting situations, sabotaging, rumorizing, belittling, doing all this, and then, hey, bitch, prove it. Who you going to go tell? You're now incapacitated, been so emotionally and psychologically harmed, you stutter, you're starting all these fucking symptoms of psychological assault. How's it fucking feel, bitch? Really? Calling out my older brother's name. Not in a bad way as far as, like you're associated, but it is association because they're calling out Jake, which is his nickname, not even his real name. And almost like insinuating, I'm going to go fuck your brother and spit it back in your face. And it isn't even just that. It's actually to that point. We like your brother. Get away from your brother. He's my friend. You ain't allowed around your brother. You're a retard and he's not. He deserves life. You don't. Boy, I wish some fucking bitch would step herself back on out. Represent the truehood of what you all's fucking representing. Would love to knock them teeth out, I guess. Oops. Is that appropriate to say? Did I mean it? Figure of speech. Just to see devastation for them causing devastation. Just saying, hey, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, without making it a violent mean. Just to stand grounds to get noticed that it needs to be understood in a harsh, severe way, not lightly taken. They did have fire department also show up there with fire engines. 3 of them, years ago. That's when I was like, whatever, bitch, I'll just burn your fucking place down. Going off, just whatever, being irritated, overhearing a voice shouted out a fucking window, people standing in the parking lot. Been going on for fucking 6-7 years now. Nothing done about it. I've had other police officers step out. Did I fuck up? Is there so much sabotage in the system? I'm being blamed on my behalf because not full evidence blown shit can be proven against this person utilizing even into windows. I've explained a situation where back in the past, and it's associated with my brother Jake. 5 rapes in his apartment against me. 5 individuals raping me. And they kept utilizing the word Chewy gun. That was fucking 18 years ago. On top of them also utilizing other situations I've been in and only utilizing those type of characteristics of saying Chewy gun. Public would not know what the fuck that meant. And I've talked to Twin Valley Mental Health and made them understand what I'm saying. Chewy gun to me is you fucking raped up bitch. And that's the way, in the tones of voices and representation. On top of trying to create emotional disaster. I'd fuck your brother before I would you. Or I'd fuck your brother. I know it irritates you. Just makes you pissed. And that ain't even the only point. Dumb shit. I mean hardcore shit like that. Make me feel like the prize, and your brother's the winner. You're a pussy. You're a weakling. You're fake. You're nothing. You're a mental retard. I'm a mental retard now because of the actions against me. The same shit that I'm explaining here happening to me. No support, really? And then the sport that gets involved seems to have problems trying to support getting me back on track or getting me back into capacity due to the sabotages that happened, or not having enough information no matter what, or them being threatened, sabotaged back. These guys are working harder on me than they do their fucking day-to-day supposed fucking job. That's targeted. You talk about fucking my brother in my face again. He's a better friend. He deserves life. I don't. And I guess we can go ahead and view to the public the fucking shit that you're doing. And then you want to make it out, I'm just such a fucking pussy. I'd get my ass beat just like I've been. And we'll see, hey, it's not appropriate not calling it out. But hopefully, bad karma happens with good karma. And that's inappropriate. Hey, every word you says is illegal, this, that. Hey, let's get it on. You're right. I can't prove my behalf. But they got shitloads of power helping them prove whatever the fuck they want. I'm finished, especially when shit like, it doesn't matter, Chewy Gon's just a word. And I've already had fucking police try to fucking persuade. I'm not doing nothing with it because it's just a word. I don't understand it, so hey, you don't have a legitimacy or a problem here. Chewy Gon to me and other characteristics and explain, but I'm not going to explain all of it in this video. Sound effects, noises, the same way. You get into a fight a week before, with glass bottle breaking. And you go by the apartment and they start breaking bottles. Maybe with a little snicker on the side. Causes you to flash back. Starts feeling you fear, intimidation. Much less being broken of privacy in public like you're being followed, stalked, targeted. Anyhow, I'm ending this video. I'm uploading it to YouTube. I'm done with the situation. Mass amount of belittling, neighborhood network rumorization, and we have a legal right to do it. We can prove it to you. I've never had paperwork. I've had cops come out. Had no right and told the people when they said they had a fucking right that technically you can be criminally charged with a misdemeanor for trying to false report him or whatever the fuck it was. We're trying to say he has these criminal charges against him and he doesn't. That you have paperwork against him and you don't. It's harassment, at the least. Anyhow, I'm going to end this video on that. What a really bad fucking day.